Thank you for joining me today to discuss the Marion County Instructional Evaluation System, Mcies. Today I would like to give you some general information that will serve as both an overview to the existing program and some information to provide changes for you. Mcies has been in place since 2009 in response to the federal Race to the Top grant, which required districts to create a research-based instructional evaluation system. The system is a Danielson-based system based on the research of Charlotte Danielson, a nationally renowned researcher. We've undergone several minor revisions in language over the course of the years in that system. We have 4 rubrics in the system: instructional, instructional support, student support, and media. Observations of varying types are included in the system. Those are walkthroughs, informal observations, and formal observations. Ratings from each of those observations are compiled at the end of the year in order to form averages in each domain that then are compiled into a final summative evaluation form. Our domains for the summative evaluation are weighted differently. Domain 1, planning and preparation, is 20%. Domain 2, classroom environment, is 30%. Domain 3, instruction, is 40%. And Domain 4, professional responsibilities, is 10% of the final summative rating. Mcies is solely housed electronically in True North Logic, or TNL. It is broken down by quarter to show you the observations that should take place each quarter. Also in the electronic system is the deliberate practice form and a self-assessment. The self-assessment is your tool for determining where you stand in a certain domain, at a certain level, in terms of growth and improvement that you might be shooting for in the deliberate practice. That self-assessment is solely your assessment. It is not shared unless you choose to do so. Oftentimes, an administrator may ask that you complete one domain in the self-assessment and share it with the administrator for the purposes of providing some information for the administrator to provide a rating for you. For example, Domain 4, professional responsibility, really relies very heavily on the things that you have done. In many cases, your administrator is not aware of all of those things. They may ask you to fill out that self-assessment in Domain 4, share it so that they have some assistance in providing a rating for you in Domain 4. Our rubrics are composed of 4 domains and 22 components in those 4 domains. We understand the expectations of the rubric, and we have a greater understanding of the interpretations as we have worked with this for over 5-6 years since 2009. More specifically, we believe that our interpretation should be able to offer differentiation between the ratings, and therefore we feel that the rubric may need some more specificity. Specificity helps evaluators to rate teachers and what they see, the evidence. It also helps teachers to perform more accurately on the expected behaviors and to know exactly what is being asked for. Our observations are broken into several categories. In Category 1, we have teachers who are new to the district, new to the profession, or teachers who have had a break in service and have recently returned either to this district or from another district to this district. Those Category 1 teachers require more observations in state statute. In Marion, those teachers will receive 3 walkthroughs, 1 informal observation and 2 formal observations. There is an additional optional observation both in an informal category and a formal category, which may be conducted at the request of the teacher or the discretion of the administrator. For all others, the observation plan consists of 1 formal observation and 1 informal observation, along with the 3 walkthroughs. Quarter 1 has only 1 walkthrough for most of our employees. Category 1, it also includes a formal observation. That walkthrough, however, in quarter 1 is solely formative. It is conducted merely to provide coaching and feedback for every teacher. I want to make you aware of some changes. First, we have a title change. What used to be known as needs improvement has now been changed to progressing. There are several reasons for that, but the most important one is that it is not a negative rating. As I indicated to you earlier, as we've worked with this rubric more over the course of many years, we have seen that a needs improvement really isn't the accurate indicator of the behavior in that particular quadrant or that particular rating. It really is a rating that with 1 or 2 very, very minor tweaks bumps it up to effective or even highly effective. And so therefore we felt that it wasn't negative and it should be reflected as such. We've changed the title to progressing, and you will see that in all the rubrics for the 17-18 school year. This is not a change. However, I want to remind you that last year we had a rating range change. We altered the ranges of all of our ratings so that we had a more equally spaced range for those ratings. If you look at the chart that is pictured here, you can see highly effective is anything greater than 3.3 to the maximum of 4. Effective is anything greater than 2.75 to the maximum of 3.3. Progressing is anything greater than 1.75 to the maximum of 2.75. And unsatisfactory is anything less than 1.75. Again, that is a change that was in place last year, but I want to just remind you of that rating change so that you are very familiar with that and aware of what your ratings will equate to in terms of a final summative rating. So where are we moving forward? We continually review and revise our system to improve it for both teachers and administrators. Currently, we're looking at the number of observations, both in terms of the time frame that they should occur and the number of observations for both Category 1 and other instructional personnel. Additionally, we're looking at student achievement. In response to House Bill 7069, we have been offered the flexibility to use something locally created rather than a state VAM as previously has been required for teachers in those content and grade levels that administer an FSA. We're discussing that, we're beginning those discussions, and we hope to have something for you very soon. We believe that it is the right thing to do to build a system for our teachers that is both fair and equitable across the board. As always, you will be advised of any changes in the system. That ends this presentation. Thank you for joining me. As you begin this school year, thank you for choosing teaching, and thank you for choosing Marion County. Have a great year.